There was a guy that lived in my neighborhood that I think was like in your grade or something. He also died. It's not funny.
No, it's
Okay.
not. You look like fucking Willy Wonka, but like in a
damn it.
sleigh way. In a
Okay,
sleigh
okay.
way. Hello, and welcome to Did You Mean to Say That? The podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Erin.
I'm your co-host, Bobby. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. You guys may notice that we are fully matching, which
Yeah.
was completely unplanned.
I, in fact, texted her that I wasn't wearing green because it's the ugliest color besides orange.
And then I said, who literally gives a fuck? That's one of my topics, is how stupid St. Patrick's Day is.
And then I sent a screenshot of my last topic, which was the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then Erin said, turns out everything I own is green, so I'm just wearing green. And then I rummaged through my closet, and I forgot that this past year I've been wearing so much, like, navy green.
I love green.
And that this is my favorite shirt, and I don't know.
I don't think exactly like
I don't think I've worn it on the pod
Joe
before.
/ Steve from Blue's Clues.
For sure.
I love this shirt. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I love it
so
too, obviously.
cozy.
Bought it in a different color.
So I guess we can jump right into how fucking stupid this holiday is.
Yeah, I could see, like, the appeal of just, like, a random holiday that you want to drink, but it's turned into such a clusterfuck that, like, going out is inconvenient. So it's not just, like, a fun, like, I'm going to go grab a pint. It's like,
Yeah, it's
I'm going to
so
stand in
inconvenient.
line.
I liked it in college when I could, like, walk everywhere and, like, people were just, like, having little parties. But never would I ever wake up at 5 a.m. for
People do
eggs
that.
and eggs.
Yeah, true.
Green beer, like, all that shit. Can't do it.
Nope. And it's Sunday. Like, I have to work in the morning. I really
Do
do.
you actually?
Yeah.
I do too. So yeah, I just hate it. Like, and especially as someone who doesn't drink, like, there's absolutely nothing there for me with this holiday. Like,
Yeah. Like, when I was a kid, it was fun. And I feel the same way about Easter. We were discussing Easter off camera. St. Patty's Day as a child was so fun because you believed in leprechauns. Well, I sure did. So in school, well, I'm thinking preschool specifically.
Oh, maybe in preschool I did.
We had, like, at my preschool, we walked in and there was this big, like, I forget where this was and if I imagined it. But, like, there's this whole, like, indoor, like, tree area and, like, it was just magical. So, like, I remember specifically
Looking for a leprechaun.
looking
in
for
there?
leprechauns. Like, it was, like, one of our activities.
Oh, did you guys find, like, did they put leprechauns in there, or was it just to keep you guys busy?
I do remember they put, like, glitter on, like, the teacher's desk with, like, a note from said leprechaun. And I was like, holy shit. Like, this is wild.
This is it, you guys. We got him. I can't believe he was here.
Another
Or
funny...
she.
Or they,
Maybe
them.
she's. I don't know.
Leprechauns?
Dude, we did like a happy hour for work last year for like St. Patrick's Day, and we did some like trivia. And like the origin of St. Patrick's Day is like fucking weird. Like,
What is it?
I cannot remember it, unfortunately, but like
I was going to look it up before, but I
it's
forgot.
really weird and like
Origin of
not cool. And it's just crazy that they made a day out of it. So there's actually nothing here for me. Like, I don't like the drinking. I don't like the color green that most people associate with St. Patrick's Day. I don't like the hustle and bustle of it. And I hate the lore. So
Well, the lore simply states it was originally started in 1631 by the Catholic Church as a feast day honoring
Boring.
St. Patrick.
yeah, but
I thought it was...
Patrick's lore is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter because it's weird and stupid. And like, where did the pot of gold come from? Like,
Well, it was explaining all that in this article, but who has time to read all that? I should have
who has
prepped.
time? Yeah, don't care though is the moral of the story. It's actually time to take the old sunglasses off for me.
Well, I might be Irish,
I
but
am.
my mom says that my grandpa might be lying or doesn't know or something. I don't really know the lore there. I haven't asked in a while, but hopefully we get to the bottom of it and I'll let you guys know.
I'm a little Irish, but my name means Ireland. Erin Go Bra means Ireland forever, and that's like a bunch of like, I do like that part of St. Patrick's Day because it's very much like a thing that is a decoration.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It very much is a thing that is a decoration. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Super.
Okay, so anyway, if you guys are out celebrating, hurrah. Hip,
Fuck
hip,
you,
hooray.
I guess. Speaking of things we don't give a fuck about.
We have to. Okay. The Kate Middleton.
I was not going there.
Because remember when Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner were having drama and we like
didn't care,
for
and then...
so many episodes. I mean, we've talked about Kate Middleton, but I saw on Twitter today that she's expected to make a public appearance on Easter. And someone like quote tweeted it and was like, resurrecting on Easter is such a slay.
Dude, okay, well, I was driving yesterday and I passed a tire discounters. And you know how they have, like, the funny little signs? And there's literally said, like, Kate's not here, we checked. Which is crazy.
Like, why? No one thought she was at the tire discounters in Norwood.
But my mom, because she watches the podcast, has been filling me in on, like, just royal family shit in general. I had, like, I'm so, like, they're nothing to me.
I watched the first episode of The Crown the other night because I was like, I need to get all the lore, but
so many people have told me to watch The Crown and I'm not going to do it.
Like every show, the first episode didn't necessarily, like, fully reel me in.
It's just it's a boring show. I don't know. Like, that's not.
But I want to get to where, like, Princess Diana's in it because that would be interesting to me.
I'd rather just, like, watch interviews of Princess Diana and, like, maybe see a documentary or something.
True.
I'm not gonna watch The Crown.
Well, I did it because I didn't know that they don't film it anymore, so I thought it was eventually gonna, like, get to, like, what's happening now and, like, all the Meghan Markle stuff, but they apparently don't make it anymore. So
okay.
I was like, well, now I don't care.
Well, my mom informed me. I had no idea that Harry and William are Diana's kids.
Oh, yeah.
And that Diana was married to Prince Charles.
Yeah, dude.
I literally didn't know.
And they both had affairs, got divorced, and that's when she
them.
wore the dress.
Okay.
Mm-hmm, and it was, like, iconic.
And they killed her.
The paparazzi
Obviously.
killed her. Her driver was, like, driving away from the paparazzi, and the paparazzi were, like, speeding and going around her and, like, crazy shit, and they crashed.
Yeah, I think they killed her.
There's
she
a
knew
theory.
too much.
Yeah. And she was, like, outspoken about it all, too.
Exactly, and she was starting to, like, do interviews, post, like, you don't leave and then do interviews and live to see the day.
For sure, and she did not, so that sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks. She had a really, really, really sad life. But my mom was saying that King Charles was in love with his current wife back then, and he couldn't marry her because she was married, and if she got a divorce, like, he would never be allowed to be with her because, like, they didn't believe in divorce, and she wasn't, like, tied to the royal family at all. Like, they marry each other.
Yeah, they married people, like, in the army and stuff
but
like
that you have to be, like, something typically. I think Kate is the first one who, like, was nothing. And it was, like, a big deal. They
I
had
thought
to, like,
Kate
get
was.
permission.
Do you mean Meghan Markle?
No, I mean Kate.
Oh, I thought she was.
No, she's nothing. She is now.
Right.
She's Princess of Wales. Which, Wales? What?
It doesn't make sense to me. I didn't watch The Crown, famously.
Yeah, I don't understand any of it. I actually should not be reporting on this. I don't know. But my mom was giving me a little tea, and I was like, that's actually kind of interesting. She was like, you should really watch The Crown. And I'm like,
I've been having crazy vivid dreams lately.
Right.
And one the other night, me and Olivia Rodrigo were, like, friends from high school, and we were just hanging out with, like, her friends. And
I
like,
love when that happens.
I know, but I woke up, and I was, like, half asleep, and I was like, I need to text her.
Damn.
Not friends, don't know her. She's also 7 years younger than me.
Don't have her number.
Wouldn't have been high school friends. I keep having dreams that I'm in high school.
Like, I always do.
But it's been lately. I think it's because of the podcast. Because we've been talking about high school. But
let's never do that again.
I had one that we were in high school in the same grade, I guess, and Tana Mojo was performing Canceled in the cafeteria.
Performing Canceled in the cafeteria.
And I didn't have a ticket, so you were just in there, and, like, I was like, damn, like, I'm jealous, but, like, I guess I'll go to class. But, like, I was, like, the only person not in there, so I was just roaming the halls, and people were like, where are you supposed to be? I'm like, not at Canceled, I guess. But I went to, like, a janitor's closet where they were getting ready and hung out with her and, like, took selfies and videos. And then you and I were going to film the podcast, and you were, like, so excited to tell me, like, your experience. And I was like, she doesn't even know, like,
that you were just hanging out with them.
Yeah.
I've had so many dreams where I'm hanging out with them. or
I've had a few.
hive mind. Those are like the main dreams that I have, is like I meet my idols and we're great friends.
Yep. But I had a dream about Taylor Swift meeting her, and she was rude, which is
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had dreams about like A-list celebrities. Like I'm never meeting Drake in my dreams. It's literally always Hive Mind and Tana Mojo. Like I'm insane. I think that's what leads me to believe that like it just is attainable. Like I just believe in myself.
Totally. Because,
And I
like, were they
believe-
dreaming about us, too? Can you imagine? Like, I had a dream about that weird fan again.
I have really stressful dreams about high school, like all the time, where it's the first day of school and no, we get back from Christmas break and I have forgotten my locker combination and I'm so embarrassed to tell them that. And it's like, I'm going to be late. Like they're going to just like ream me out. Is that how you say that? They're going to lay into me.
Yeah, I like that
About
better.
like being so stupid that I've forgotten it, being so late that like just what. Some little interesting tidbit is that a girl that was on our kickball team posted a bunch of pictures for her mom's birthday the other day, and her mom was my 6th grade math teacher.
That's crazy.
Yeah, insane. Shout out Mrs. Wagner.
Shout
Out Rachel. But speaking of famous people and things we don't care about, I wrote down the Oscars and I was just like, I
Forgot.
literally don't actually care about it at all. But we could talk about the looks.
Yep.
I only remember one, and it was Ariana Grande's.
Yep, same.
And I want to
barely
say
remember it.
she looked like a worm.
A worm?
A worm. And I was like, is this like promotion for Dune 2 or what?
Yeah, I don't remember anyone else's whatsoever.
Me either.
I barely even remember them. They were boring to me because I didn't watch any of those movies.
Right.
But I'd be interested in watching some of them, I guess. I have no idea what any of them are about.
Yeah, that topic was so boring. I don't even know if I want to keep us talking about it. That's how boring
No.
the Oscars were.
Agreed. Billie Eilish killed it, as usual.
Obviously.
I cried.
Obviously. Her speeches are always so cute. She's always like so shocked to win, and it's like, girl, you've literally already won like 7 awards for this song. Like, did you think you weren't gonna win?
Totally.
It's crazy. But I get so emotional when I hear it and like when I think about it. Like, can you even imagine writing something that beautiful like on accident? Like, just like
Nope.
they had no idea when they submitted this little song for Barbie that it was going to
Rock
take
the
the world
nation.
by fucking storm and be like one of the best songs ever written. Like, it'll probably be on like, you know, when Rolling Stone does like their top, like,
Oh, absolutely.
it'll probably be on there at some point. Like,
Probably.
it's so impactful and like so beautiful and so perfectly placed in the film that it made all those things even more true, like with the context.
Totally.
It's just crazy. We need to
I need water first.
pep it up. These are the most boring topics ever. I haven't laughed one time. Get ready to laugh.
There is this Twitter guy. It's that guy who always makes those videos like Nicki Minaj is a nasty bitch, like just like crazy shit. And he pissed off the Barbs. So they have been just like Twitter beefing him and this other guy, a Barb.
Right.
And they've been beefing and they've been throwing shots at each other over their favorite artists.
Insane.
After this, the one kid posted this.
Nicki's jealous. Nicki's bitter. Nicki tanked. Table stiff tanked.
Table step is crazy.
Stan Twitter. Please come to my house. Right here. You have my address.
Posted that. This is the Barb now.
Ew.
Kenzo, you scary ass faggot. You have the audacity to block me and then you try to tweet about me thinking I wouldn't have seen it. Then you hop on Twitter showing your ugly ass Savannah there's a house thinking nobody will pull up. When I just beat the fuck out of Steven's faggot ass at his college, bitch, you lost your mind. You nasty, slow, need a lobotomy so bad. I feel bad for your ugly ass fat Ninjago spinjitzu master ass mama. You growing pubic hair on your chin looking like Swain from Nino Cooney. You fat ass Toko booty ass bitch. Bitch, instead of speaking on Nicki Minaj or Taylor, speak on your nasty mug hoe. You talk about how you ain't do shit in your worthless life and be a ugly sob story faggot. Popping his gums on Twitter. Kill yourself and shut the fuck up, faggot.
this message is for Rachel, you fat, ugly fuck.
Totally.
That's what it sounded like when he was reading the script.
The fact that he read it off a script is crazy.
I
too.
like, and he didn't even put the script where the camera was. Like, he literally read it like this and then looked back at the camera like, yeah, I'm done.
And then, so they're threatening each other. The one dude posted his house with his address and said, pull up.
Which is insane.
Got a plane ticket. I go at 4:30, and I'll come to Phoenix at 6 p.m. And by 7 p.m., this fight should happen.
Okay, so he literally flew there. So he took the flight and arrived at Kenzo's neighborhood and made a video showing he was outside the house.
Cardi tanked. Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. Fuck Dua Lipa.
Literally went to this man's home. Kenzo then comes outside with his father, and the cops were called.
Flight from LA to Phoenix, ordered an Uber.
And he's recording it while being...
Intentions of hurting me and my family.
Can we just talk? I'm not trying to assault nobody.
He's been encouraging others to attack my family via online forums.
Forums?
That part sends me.
David Corrales.
That's not my name.
Yeah.
But also, like, this is crazy. Like, you did tell him to come there, and then he came there, and he didn't get on your property. You just stood there, and then you called the cops. Like, why'd you tell him to come?
Right, to like your thousands of followers. Anyone could have come. So then everything apparently settled down, and the guy just headed back to a motel. And that was it. I am baffled. And it was just taking gay Twitter by storm. Or Stan Twitter, if you will.
That is nuts. Like, the Barbs are fucking nuts. And anyone who interacts with the Barbs is fucking nuts. Like, that you would be that invested in, like, beefing with the Barbs that you would be like, come to my house. You have my address?
Is crazy, especially when he lives with his father. That's insane.
Scary.
And like the fact that he was like still tweeting after like both of them, where I'm like, if you live with your father, wouldn't your father immediately be like, delete that fucking account?
Delete your laptop.
Yeah.
Delete your phone. Delete your tablet. It's all gone. Whatever you have.
Bad parenting, I
Stan
guess.
Twitter is fucking crazy, and yeah, bad parenting.
It's just insane.
It's so freaky. And speaking of freaky, have you listened to Kanye's new album?
No.
Because it's so bad.
Oh, I'm sure it's terrible.
Like, it's not good. And like, listen, I hate Kanye as like a guy, as a person. I don't know if we've ever really like fully gotten into that, but like, there's nothing left to say about the situation. But Kanye's still like one of my favorite artists. Like, his old music that I've grown up on, like, I'm not gonna stop liking it, and I'm not gonna stop listening to it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I check the Kanye albums out when they come out, and Donda was good, but it was just like too long and like boring, and like, but there's a few songs that like I love, whatever. But this one is like so bad to me, unbiasedly. Like, it is just...
Oh, it's all him and Ty Dolla $ign.
It's a collab album.
Sounds awful, and it's all in caps. I'm like, hush.
It's just noise. It sounds really bad. But then also, like, Kanye always like invents a new genre of music every time he drops an album. So like, maybe all music's gonna sound like that now, and I'm gonna look back in 5 years and be like, wow, Kanye is really the GOAT. But as of right now,
I just feel like he used
hate
to
it.
be the GOAT. I didn't like Jesus is King. I didn't listen to Donda.
no.
I didn't even love Kids See Ghost. I know
love
everyone
Kids
else
See
did.
Ghost.
Didn't care for Ye.
I love
But literally
Ye.
Pablo and every album before that, know every song.
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't go out of my way to listen to him, but a lot of his songs are on my playlist, and if I'm feeling it, I won't skip it. I did see Kim and his new wife at like the release party, like standing next to each other, which is...
At the release party for this album, Kim Kardashian was there?
Yeah, like with her kids.
Oh, she brought their kids there. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I will say, if there's one thing you can say about the Kardashians, it's that they have co-parenting down to a science.
Yeah, because they all have to.
Yeah, I wish that Khloe wouldn't co-parent with Tristan Thompson. I wish that he would be exiled from America back to Canada, and we would never see or hear from him again.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I could also go without Chloe at this point.
No, I stopped
Courtney.
watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Mind you, I never did. I watched it for like 2 seasons ever. Like I didn't grow up like watching Keeping Up.
did.
I watched Kylie's show because I
So
was
good.
always like such a Kylie stan, and I just like feel for her. I don't know. After that, I was like, okay, well, let me watch like a couple. So I watched like a couple, and then I was into it, and I was like following it every time it came out. I'm like, yay, a new season. And then it was like kind of what Courtney was saying, where it was like, I already know all this stuff. Like the show's way too far behind. And
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm getting literally less of an in-depth look into situations on the show than I have on like social media. Like I am fully aware of everything that happened here already.
Yeah.
And then the Tristan stuff like wouldn't stop. They wouldn't stop having him on the show. She wouldn't stop being such a dumb bitch. And it was to the point where it was not even an enjoyable program anymore.
I agree completely.
I will probably never watch it again. Like
I will always
unless
watch it.
he leaves the picture fully.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Right.
But
They're probably gonna have another kid together.
I hate Courtney.
Oh.
I used to love all of them, but
Yeah.
she's just a bitch. Like, sorry, like
God,
on
I love
International
her.
Women's Month, but she's just so like got a fucking attitude, and I feel for her on the point of like not wanting to keep filming and stuff. But like even in the show, like they'll admit a lot that like Courtney's the meanest to her nannies and like yells at Kim's nannies on the show and just like
Yeah.
treating people with disrespect. I hate her.
Weird.
But I've always liked Kylie, and I kind of like Kendall.
I just think that Kendall's like a shy, anxiety-ridden, quiet girl, and like doesn't really want. Like I think she likes being rich. I don't think her or Kylie like ever wanted to be famous, and they still don't. And like it is extremely stressful for both of them.
Probably.
Like being famous since the day you were born is just like crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember Clutch?
Yeah.
It's closing.
Yay.
And all I'm saying is you will rue the day if you fuck with me. I don't know. Like I have some power or something. Like Elon Musk, count your days.
That place sucked. I didn't even know they were still open.
Have we ever told the Clutch story?
I don't think so.
I don't think that we have. Listen, we went to this bar.
Bar club. It's a bar that
It's a bar that they want to be a club.
Yes.
Exactly.
It was so tiny. You guys.
And
It sucked.
it was my birthday. That's probably why I was so upset. Like they tried to make us feel like we couldn't get in when we got there.
Right.
And there was literally no line. And like the sections at this club are just like you stand against the wall with a rope in front of you. Like they don't, it's bizarre.
It's
and it's like a
awful.
hallway. Like it's just like this narrow, straight, very small place. And we go there for my birthday and it's just a terrible time. Like we're having a really bad time.
They're playing the music, first of all. The music was so loud we couldn't even hear each other talk.
And when we were in there, like in the middle of the bar, I wrote a review. Apparently I love doing that while I'm still experiencing the thing. I left this review, which I regret now because I feel bad for the DJ. Like I shouldn't have like been mean to like someone who's just practicing their craft.
Okay.
But fuck the bar. I don't care. Completely overhyped. They make it seem like you gotta have a reservation to get into this lame ass bar. The music is trash. Literally everyone here is bored as fuck just standing around. This DJ should be at a different club. This is not the vibes. Who asked for EDM? No AC. Vibes suck. I want to leave. Then I edit my own review while we're still in there in all caps. And I say, I swear to God, I just had to come back to edit this because the DJ just played the Lion King song and turned it into a techno song. I am leaving.
It was Circle
And
of
I
Life,
did.
I think.
No, it was.
Yeah.
That's Circle of Life. Well, it was just that part into a fucking. Like,
It really was.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then people continued to. Like, that was like the club for a while. Like, everyone loved going there. And, like, people were paying for those sections where you were just standing on the wall with a rope in front of you.
Could not be me.
So bizarre. So I posted like a dump from my birthday and I said the last 3 photos are my review of Clutch as my caption. And it's me like crying and me flipping off the DJ and then my actual review. They commented on my post.
Did you make the location clutch? Or did you tag them or anything?
No.
Oh, wow. Someone probably just sent it to them or
Yeah.
something.
On behalf of management and the DJ who played that night, we kindly ask that you never come back. Thank you for your input. Next week, we will play the Power Rangers theme song, sunglasses emoji, cheers, champagne emoji. And I replied and said, I promise I will never be back, LMAO. Like, you did not have to ban me from a bar that I literally just
Said I never
ripped
want
to
to go
shreds. Like, I wanted to leave while we were still there. I'm not coming back, babe. And I never went back, and they closed.
Yep, and they don't have their Instagram anymore.
Right. And I feel bad for, like, people who worked there and, like, people who put money into that and, like, didn't have a job. That's sad, but
No, it's not.
it was a terrible place to
kidding.
be. And maybe it just wasn't for me because, like, people loved it. People were there every weekend, and that disgusted me to my core.
Mm-hmm.
It was
It was so
the
bad.
worst. And just, like, be a bar. Like, that would have been a fine location for just, like, a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been a fine shape for a bar.
Mm-hmm.
But to try to be a club...
Yeah.
And to try to act like when we walked up, when there's no line, do you have reservations? Like,
For Clutch,
we need
OTR?
one? Yeah, just so weird. But they're closed, so slay or not slay.
TTFN.
Sorry, I don't know.
I have, like, this thing where if someone DMs me on social media that I'm not, like, really close friends with, I, like, can't open it for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm scared of what it's going to say. Like, I've just gotten weird DMs before, I guess. Like, and I don't, like, it tells them you read it. So I'm, like,
You can
scared.
turn that off.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll turn it off.
Literally, turn it off and open all your DMs. Maybe we should open some live on the podcast.
I only have
now
one,
read
and that's
them.
why I thought of this.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey,
It's
what's
all
up?
fine. It was a picture of my dinner the other night, and she said, it's fabulous. But all I could see was replied to your story, it's... And I didn't have a story when I saw the notification, so I was like, what was it? Like, what could it be?
So cool. I'm glad we conquered that fear. I did that for Brooke when we were out. She was talking about this girl who we went to high school with, who is like a loyal fan and follower. She's so cute. She's always like responding to my stories, and like, I love her. She's so sweet. She replied to the story of like Chloe being on the pod, and she said, loved it. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for watching. She said, I'm so behind. I was watching them every week. I was cracking up. I used to do some dumb shit and then go to school, like drink almost a whole bottle of cough syrup. I'm gonna bleep her name. I forgot about that. And I was like, oh my God, absolutely insane. And she said, with Brooke, good times. I'm like, oh my God, that's insane. Like, I had no idea. And then I tell Brooke about this at
Tilly's
when we were there for music trivia. She was like, she was so nice. I always think about her. Like, I loved her so much. I like want to be friends with her still. She responded to one of my stories last week with like the fire emoji, and she's like, I can't open it. Like, and I know that like I don't even need to respond. All I need to do is like heart the message, like, and move on. But I can't. And she's like, because I just have like and I'm like, social anxiety. Like, yeah, we know. And she's like, right, yeah. So then she like pulls it up and she shows me, and I just like double tapped it, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
ripped off the band-aid.
Yeah, and she's like, thank you. Like, we had to do that. We had to. And I was like facilitating in my DMs with I like sent her a picture of us, and I was just like, she says hi. I'm like, so it'll
We're
be
all
fine
cool.
now when you go to like that message. It was so funny.
Love that.
But I love our fans.
So anyway, face your fears. Open those DMs.
Wait, sorry. This has to be like the most boring episode
I
we've
know.
ever done.
I haven't giggled except for right now.
We literally talked about the Oscars, which we don't care about, Kate Middleton, which we didn't care about, The Crown, which we don't care about, traffic patterns.
That no one cares about.
Now you're about to talk about the weather, and also St. Patrick's Day, which we don't care about. What a great episode.
Yeah. Guys, we're so sorry.
Sorry.
I have this lifelong dream to become a magician.
Yeah.
Like, professionally as well. Like, I want to go to parties and, like, trick people. I bought an adult magic kit probably, like, during COVID or something.
100%.
Haven't opened it.
What?
I know. And I was thinking about it the other night, and I want to dabble. I want to, like, do card tricks and
Absolutely
optical
should.
illusions
It's
with
like
my
my
hands.
favorite fucking, like, literally watching magicians do tricks is like one of my favorite activities. I am obsessed. I love
agree.
card tricks.
I agree. It's crazy.
When I went to your work's Christmas party to take pictures, which disappeared into thin air, I got paid for, like, I got paid in gift cards, but like a lot of gift cards that were like very useful.
Yeah.
Like $250 worth of gift cards or something.
Totally.
And free food, and was there for hours. She was like scrambling to find one last minute and then did absolutely nothing with the photos.
Yeah.
Like, why did you have me there?
Hilarious.
It was so fun. I'm so glad I was there.
Well, there's a magician there.
There was a magician there, right? And he
is magic. I'm like convinced that he like actually is a magical person because he was back this year.
Oh, wow.
And like I was mind
Damn, I
blown.
wanted to go.
His tricks, like he is magic. Like there's no way that
I
he's
know.
not. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I would be literally obsessed if you went on that journey and then showed us tricks. Like, that is
Okay.
like a dream come
Next
true for
time
me.
I'm here filming, I will have learned a magic trick.
Speaking of that, speaking of bettering yourself, I decided to also participate in the 3 things a week.
And by that she means she decided to
I'm
participate.
the only person in it.
Yeah. So Levi and I failed to do our 3 things that we talked about.
I literally texted them in the group and I was like, hey guys, can I like join this like fun thing and like let's hold each other accountable in this chat? No one answered. And then I was like marking my progress in the chat. No one answered. No one did anything they were supposed to do. You did work out twice.
I did work out twice, but I didn't apply for a job or get a therapist.
Apply for one job today.
Yeah, true.
It takes like genuinely
But it's a
30
new
seconds.
week now.
No,
But
it's not. You can start on Mondays.
But I decided that they roll over. So if like you didn't do it, don't just forget about it. Like try to do it the following week.
Did Levi do any of his?
He did one of them, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Maybe everyone should put down in the comments below 3 things that you're going to do this week.
Ooh, I like
and
that.
by the time the next episode comes out, comment on that one if you did it. And yeah, we'll just keep it going.
And we'll hold you accountable.
Yeah, and not ourselves. I'm actually extremely
She's been
accountable.
killing
I did it.
She did
I've
all of her
been
things.
Really good at life lately.
Hell yeah.
It's probably because I don't want to kill myself every day because I'm not eating garlic, onion, and tomato. I want to kill myself in the sense that I want to kill myself about not being able to eat those things, but I don't want to kill myself in the sense of feeling miserable every day.
For sure.
So.
And that's a slay.
And I've been working out. My mom and I've been working out together. Like,
That's incredible.
yeah, it's amazing. So my last topic, I've always had a goal of like growing food. Like I want to grow something. Like every plant I've ever had, like it's never gone well. And I want to make this patio like a tropical oasis in the summer. Like there's going to be plants literally everywhere. So I went to this farm yesterday, we should just do that when it's really warm. Just walking around like conservatories or just like farms that sell like trees and shrubs and plants and flowers. Like it was magical. I got strawberries, carrots, peppers, lavender. Like I got all these things and I'm going to get even more. It reminded me of years ago, Mackenzie and I planted a pepper. Like I had a pepper from the store. I took a seed out of it. We germinated the seed and literally brought this pepper to life. It was just about to be ready to pick. Like we had done it. It was a red pepper. It was gorgeous. It was ready to pluck. And we're sitting on our porch at night. It's you, me, Mackenzie, and Brooke. And this man walks up named Brandon. I used to live 4 houses down from a crazy fucking bar, right? So people would walk by all the time and like sometimes they would chat, sometimes they would kick our trash cans over. That happened once, and I walked outside and was like, bitch, what the fuck? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she just like picked up my trash can, was putting all the trash back in it, and just kept saying like, I'm sorry. And I like wouldn't even speak to her. I'm just like, you guys literally like don't think about the fact that these are people's homes. Like you never thought that you would meet the consequences of this action. And then I just saw you do that and walked out and was like, hello, girl.
That's crazy.
That's my trash can. This is my street. Now there's trash all over the street. Like, it was so insane. Anyway, this guy walks up and he's like so insane, like just chatting our ear off, being homophobic, like had a bit of a threatening aura. I don't know.
I know,
like,
and I feel bad because I went inside.
I know. And like we all should have gone inside, but there is just something about, I don't know. It always felt scary when men would approach me from the bar while I'm on my own front porch. Like,
Right.
I don't want you to know that I live here. I don't want to open my front door. I don't want to go inside. Like, I don't want to make you upset. Like, so then we go inside and he's like knocking on our door and he won't leave. And like Phil's opens the door and is like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Oh." And he's like, "Yeah, this is my house. Like, you need to fucking leave." And he was just like, "My bad, bro." And he's just like, "I don't care. You need to fucking leave. Like, stop talking to them." And he left. And then the next day, we went to pick our pepper because it was ready to be picked. And it was gone. And it was not in an animal ate it way. Like, it was literally plucked by a human hand. And I just know in my heart that it was Brandon.
For sure. In his Peter Piper era.
Bag of pickled peppers.
That's crazy.
And I
He probably ate
am
it,
so
too.
upset. And I never have grown anything since then. Like, I have PTSD from that. And now I'm going to grow a pepper again, and it's going to be on here. And
I can't wait for
no
this to be
deer
an
can
oasis.
get up to the 11th floor. Brandon can't either. So,
Correct.
well, we should be good. But I'm really excited to be like a homegrown girly.
I love that.
And I hope that I don't give up.
Don't give up.
I'll try not
I
to.
love like planting stuff and watching it grow.
Oh,
There's nothing
so
quite like
excited.
it.
Nothing like it.
Wow.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into our most boring episode yet.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, thank you so much.
Literally, thank you.
And we're so sorry.
Let us know if you made it this far for 5% off your ticket to our live show.
Yeah, we need to like make some shit happen this week so we have shit to talk about. Last episode was like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And this was not good.
It was not. We need to
Should
like
we delete
stir
it
something
and start
up.
over?
We need to stir some shit up this week.
Facts.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, what can we like do?
I'll be at Birdcage this weekend.
Okay, maybe we'll go to Birdcage this weekend and something will happen there.
It always does.
Which, speaking of, I didn't even fucking talk about the bus crash.
Oh my God.
That changed my life. When we were talking about the Eternal Sunshine album release party, Maddie and I went outside hitting the vapes and chilling, talking, talking about perfume. Like, we're having a great time. And then all of a sudden, psh, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, what? This tow truck with a car on it was like pulling, like, this is the street. And he was backing into a spot so that he could turn back around. So he was like in the street. And a city bus just came and smacked into the front of the tow truck so hard with passengers on the bus.
And didn't the tow truck guy come into the bar?
No. Someone who was on the bus got off the bus and came and walked past us and was like, "Is this a gay bar?" And we were like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I was going to 901, but maybe I'll come here instead." And I'm like, "Come here instead." And then he came out and was like smoking with us, and he was just like, and he just like immediately tells us everything that happened, and it was so funny. I haven't stopped thinking about it since. So anyway, I don't know. Even the stories I'm telling aren't funny. Like, something's just bad.
Much like this episode, it was a bus crash.
Totally.
I tried
Damn.
to save it. Like, not even the jokes are hitting.
Nothing is hitting. And it's to the point where, like, I don't even want to end it. I'm like, I want it to be over because it's not going well, but I'm like, maybe if we keep talking, like, something will happen.
Right?
Thank you guys so much for watching this terrible, terrible episode. We will see you next week. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
I feel ashamed. I wish I had a magnifying glass.
What? Because it's so boring?
Because Blue's Clues.
Oh, right.